From the early days of the church, Christians began making pilgrimages to Jerusalem to walk the Via Dolorosa, the way of sorrow, the path that Jesus walked to Golgotha where he was crucified. It became common practice to stop at certain places along this route to meditate on Jesus' sacrifice and to pray. Specific places were marked along the path, for example, where Jesus' journey began, where he received his cross, and other significant moments along his path to crucifixion. Eventually, churches around the world developed the Stations of the Cross as a way to take this pilgrimage without traveling to Jerusalem. Stations are set up within the church building or outside so that people can process from station to station at their own pace, praying and meditating on Jesus' journey to the cross. Traditionally, there are 14 stations, although this can vary. There is no set way to do this practice. Some churches set up crosses at each station. Some use sculptures or paintings to depict Jesus' journey. There are a variety of ways to practice this walk. Because of COVID-19, there are even online versions of the Stations of the Cross that use artwork and scripture readings so that you can practice the stations at home. One such version of the Stations of the Cross is available to us on our website. I'm going to show you how to get there in just a moment. We are using 12 of the 14 stations developed by Jessica Miller Kelly. There is a website you can go to access the full 14 stations if you'd like, and I will show you where to find that information in just a moment. Most of the stations come directly from the story in Scripture, although 3 of the stations that focus on Jesus falling come from tradition. While it is quite likely that Jesus would have fallen after being beaten and weakened, Scripture doesn't actually say that Jesus fell. I want to invite you to find some time this week to take a virtual walk through the Stations of the Cross as a way of prayer and preparing your heart for Easter. There are a variety of ways you can do this practice. You can print out the pictures and readings, maybe set them around your house or even outside and literally take a walk as you pray. Or you can virtually go through each station without actually walking. Either way, I encourage you to take your time with it. Not to rush through these stations, but spend time with each one, reading the scripture, looking at the artwork, meditating on these painful moments in Jesus' life, and letting this journey of Jesus transform you. Let me share my screen with you now and show you the way to access the Stations of the Cross on our website. So now you are looking at my screen, and our website is ffoy.org. When you get there, you can find the Grow tab, and when you hover over it, you can click on Lent, where you have all of our resources for Lent. And right here where it says Stations of the Cross download file, if you'll click on that, you have Stations of the Cross. So for example, here's Station 1, Jesus is condemned. You have scripture to read. The scripture comes from Matthew, and then there is some artwork. So you can read the scripture, you can look at the artwork, and you can just spend some time praying through the scripture, thinking about this part of Jesus' journey. And then when you're ready, you can move on to Station 2. Jesus' cross is laid on him. Again, there's scripture and then some artwork. So this is how the whole thing goes. The whole thing, there's 12 of these here on our website. Each station has a title, has scripture, and then has some artwork for you to look at. Once you get through all 12 of the stations, I'm going to skip on down. Well, let me just scroll. Once you get all the way to the end, you will find some information about where this artwork came from, where these particular stations came from. And this website right here is where you can find all 14 if you want to go through all 14 of them. All right. Blessings on your journey. I hope that you enjoy the Stations of the Cross. I hope that this is a meaningful practice to you and a way to go deeper into the story during Holy Week and a way to prepare your hearts and minds for Easter. I would love to hear from you about your experience, how you chose to do the Stations of the Cross, and if it was meaningful to you, what you liked about it, what you didn't like. So please reach out and let me know. My email is pastordixieford@gmail.com, or you can text me or send me or call me 205-937-7322. I look forward to hearing from you. Grace and peace.